Hey, what's up, fellas? Love and abundance to you guys. This is Dr. Varun Gandhi, and thank you for tuning in to the Gandhi TV. You can see my studio set up in the background. I'm just going live, not recording anything, just freestyling, improving, really. Um, just recently, I've been thinking about past lives. I've been thinking about what is a past life, and yeah, I have some notes over here. And how do they affect us right now? The reason this came up is I received an affirmation last week about past lives. And it says, I am resolving past life issues. Now that got me to think more about past lives, to dive in deeper. This is my first entry into that topic, so I've never done this before. This is what I've found. It's just a short, quick summary of what I've learned so far about past lives. And do they exist? What are they? And if they do exist, then how does it affect us right now? Why does it matter to us right now? Why should it matter to us right now? So there are lots of cultures that believe in reincarnation, right? And reincarnation is where you're reborn again and again and again onto earth after you die. You don't really technically die, your soul just re-enters earth into a different body. And everything you've learned in your past life, you've kept in the new life. All the lessons learned and everything. You don't remember all of it, but it's just become part of you now because you've lived it, you've done it for so long. It's just you. So if you believe in reincarnation, that means you also believe in past lives, because in order to reincarnate into this life, you've had to have lives in the past. Your soul has had to leave a body and then reincarnate into another body. So that's a past life. Now we have multiple past lives. So what is, again, so that's what a past life is, reincarnation. If you believe in reincarnation, automatically, by default, you believe in past life. So what does that mean for us right now? There's certain times, there's certain issues, recurring themes, recurring patterns that happen to us, experiences, the same type of experience, just a different person. They keep coming in our lives to give us a particular message, but we haven't learned the message. We haven't learned the lesson, so that experience just sticks to us. Like, let's say, for example, if you if you have a pattern of a particular type of relationship and it always causes you anger, that one person, you always attract that one type of person, and that situation always causes you to be angry. And now you go back into this current life and you can't really figure out and understand why that pattern and how that pattern developed. Well, that is most likely because you've had it in your past life. And that's how you developed that particular behavior, that particular pattern. Now you can go into your past life. They call this a past life regression. So how do you get around it? You go into your past life, feel, live that experience, acknowledge it, accept it, bless it, heal it, let it go, and then come back to the present. And that's what a past life regression is, and that's how you let go of a particular pattern that you've been running since not this birth, but your previous birth, right? And the multiple different previous births you've had. The other thing is a phobia. If you've had a phobia that you can't really explain, you don't understand why you have a fear of water, why you feel like you're going to drown in the water, you've never had an experience of drowning in this life, maybe that's something that comes from your past life then. It could be a fear of driving, because there is a personal story related to that. Not me, but I know someone who's had a phobia for driving, and they barely learned driving until late in their life, much later. Not much later, but not at 15, 16, but 10 years later, right? And it's most likely something that happened in a past life. So we develop phobias, or we have tendencies to do certain things based on our experiences and based on the lessons we've learned in our past life. Okay. Do you feel like you're stuck in some point in your past? Do you feel like you're living a life that was 20 years ago, 30 years ago? And you're still stuck in those patterns, still stuck in that lifestyle, and you haven't upgraded with modern times? I felt like that at one point. I felt like I was stuck in the 90s, mid 90s Bollywood, that romantic, you call it fairy tale type story, fairy tale type, um, and also the male dominant, because that's what the stories would propagate, male dominancy. And the male ego being powerful, and that's the pattern that I ran for a long, long time, until I realized 15, 17 years later that I was running that particular pattern. I was living in my past. I was stuck at some point. Some part of me was stuck at some point in my past, and I was running those patterns continuously. Until I woke up, I became more aware that I was running those patterns, and then I broke them. And here I am. So, all right, now what's the solution? So, if you agree with past lives, and if you're stuck in the past, then how do you get around it? Again, it's called a past life regression, where essentially they take you in a relaxed state, they take you to the point of the incident, and they guide you through that situation. They bless it, they heal it, they accept it. Actually, they go the other way around. They accept it, they bless it, they heal it, and then they let it go before you come back into present times. That's briefly how a past life regression works. I've never done one. I don't know how it works. And maybe now that I've started looking into past life regression, I might actually get one done too. So, yeah, so past life regression, past lives, if you believe in reincarnation, you have them. They affect you to current date because of your patterns, because of your behaviors, because of your phobias, because of your likes, because of your dislikes, because of your inclination towards a particular culture. Maybe you were born in that particular culture and you had a really, really good time celebrating that culture, and so you remember that. And vice versa, maybe you dislike a particular culture and you had a hard time living in that culture. Maybe you were tortured, maybe you were suffering in that culture, and you remember that. And so now you have a disinclination, or you dislike that culture, and you can do everything you can to avoid it. And that happens as well. Are you running any of these patterns? Anything? Do you resonate with any of these messages about past life? If you're stuck at some point in your past, think about, look into past lives. Think about getting a past life regression. Dive deeper into this topic. See if it works for you. I'm not saying it works. It may not work. I don't know. But you gotta try it out before you can say that it doesn't work, right? So make sure you try this out before you do something else. So, past life regression, find out more. I'm not an expert. I'm just researching this topic, and I just felt compelled to share my experience of what I researched. So, thank you guys for tuning in. That's Love and Abundance. Dr. Varun Gandhi. You've tuned into the Gandhi TV. Again, check me out on my website, drvarungandhi.com. It's Love and Abundance, and I'll catch you guys again later, very soon. Talk to you guys soon. All right. How do I end this?